Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 84, Third Time's a Charm. Next to the name of the show, welcome to Gamestack, episode 84, Third Time's a Charm. I'm Rick, and with us tonight, as always, is Shaline
Hey guys.
and Vendertron.
Hello, hello.
I hope you guys, how are you guys doing? You guys doing all right? You fine, everybody?
I'm doing. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm a lot happier now that I'm here with you
Your
guys.
living room looks cozy.
Thank you. Yes. It's deep underground. You can see. I think you actually cut off the cute
Oh
fireplace and the books.
no, nope.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
that's
did.
it's yeah, he did. Let me lean over a little bit. Wrong way. Wrong way. Got a cute table there.
It looks a bit cozy.
Yes.
Bender, how are you in the tropics there?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
Rick,
yeah.
I just can't talk about it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're here, and we hope that you are here too. And thank you for joining us this evening here on Twitch and listening to us in the podcasts beyond. We would like to mention a couple things before we get started, like Joshi Theater, which is our what is it? Not medieval
Mondays.
Mondays, but it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
And is he almost done, or is there?
I don't know how many of those things there are. I lost
There's
track
Okay,
somewhere around Iron Man 2.
there's like a million, but he handed our producer a 3-year contract
oh,
and schedule. So
gotcha.
I think he's sort of locked in.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Okay, and then so that's on our Discord. We'll tell you how to join that in a second. Also, Sunday Survival Horror Sundays, like this Sunday, we will be doing some Resident Evil 7 DLC. Get ready for Resident Evil 8 this evening.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we haven't done any of the DLC, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And also, we want to thank our sponsor this evening, Oak and Crow Coffee. And if you go right now to oakandcrowcoffee.com, you can find such beautiful blends as the Road Crew blend, which is like their signature classic blend, and Into the Void, which is like dark, smoky, and soulful, all the way to just they come from all over the world, like Peru and Honduras and Ethiopia, Nicaragua and Guatemala. What was the Huehue Tenango? What was
Wait,
Hugh?
Tenango.
Hugh? Anyway,
Cute, cute, cute.
but
Cute, cute,
also
cute, cute, Tenango.
more importantly, we would like to announce our not only are we partnering with Oak and Crow, but we also now have our own signature We Just Love Games coffee blend. That is right, my friends. You can
It's
get your
amazing.
toast.
It's so good.
It's in my mug right now. Actually, my little Quaggin mug. Take a little sip.
I'm so jealous. It's like $80 to get it over the border.
But it is not $80 to get it in the lower 48. So our blend is called We Just Love Coffee, and it's a harmonized blend of Peru. Shalene, you read it.
Okay, I'm gonna
Come
give this a
on.
go.
I even picked the easiest. I spent like 2 hours picking the right font because it would be easier to read.
Oh, it is easy to read. It's just not easy to pronounce.
Peru,
Oh.
Cajamarca, and Guatemala, Huehuetenango.
There you go. So it's a
Yeah.
blend of those. Chocolate, nutty, and caramel are the flavor notes.
You know, I think
It's
I'm gonna try.
delicious.
I think I'm gonna try to get a bag just so I can run it through the rocket and see how it tastes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, you should definitely
By the
try
way,
it.
the rocket espresso. So, because it's a medium roast, right?
Yeah, it's actually a lot lighter than I had expected it to be. But it's not
So
bad yet.
almost like French press grind,
Yeah, it's
probably.
definitely light to medium, I would say.
Oh, I bet you it's
It's
so good.
delightful.
It is.
It's
It is.
delightful. I think it might be my favorite coffee.
That's what I've been trying to say all these years
Hmm.
months is that Oak and Crow is delicious.
It's
Now, also,
precious.
I do want to say that there was a lot of back and forth as to what we're going to do with our cut of the cashola, and we have decided that every bag that you buy, our proceeds that would normally go to the show, are actually going to go to Children's Miracle Network. So every time you buy a bag of We Just Love Coffee from oakandcrow.com, the proceeds that we would get would go to Children's Miracle Network to help kids battle cancer and all other kinds of stuff.
You know, that reminds me, Rick, I need to update our background for the shows to have the Oak and
Oh,
Crow
we do.
logo.
Yeah, we do. Don't we have that in
So
here? I
I
put it in here.
apologize, Oak and Crow. We have not updated that as of yet, but we'll do. We should also have just a little PNG logo for your guys' Sunday stream.
Yeah. I'm really proud. I'm really proud that we have our own blend of coffee. And I would like to thank Jacob for letting us do this because that was pretty neat.
Yeah. And it was so fun to work with him too. And like, because I designed the label for anybody who's wondering, and it was a lot of back and forth between him and I, and he was so patient and really sort of communicated really well. So told me exactly what he needed, and it was really smooth process. So
He's good people.
yeah, it was nice. Um,
Oh, see, I accidentally. Okay, Oak and Crow it would be on here. I had it, but I accidentally removed ink. But
so
we will
so
get it.
how can people order our coffee?
Well, they go to Oak and Crow. It might not be up on the website just yet, but they would go
Oh,
to oakandcrow.com, and I would imagine it would be under Artist Coffee because he does a lot of
Okay.
other signature
I
products.
am I am 10 out of 10.
Oakandcrow.com.
Oh, it's in the chat. I put it in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 10 out of 10
Coffee.
going to buy myself a shirt,
Yes.
an Oak and Crow shirt. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oak and Crow, I would like you to have some Demitas espresso cups in your merch store. If you could just make that happen, or maybe a cappuccino cup would also be acceptable. Um,
Oh, we're not on there just yet.
No, that's why I said we're not on the website just yet. So tonight was the announcement. So he'll have to.
very exciting. Oh, they've got so artist coffee. They've got artist coffee. So we'll probably end up on that page,
Yes,
yeah?
yeah, because he does a lot of different
Oh.
blends with different artists and stuff like that. You know, he told me once that he approached it like a record label where he would partner with punk bands and dub bands, and
It's brilliant.
it
Yeah,
is
it's
is very
brilliant.
smart. And he does a lot of cool stuff. His coffee ends up in the hands of. He has pictures of like I think Boss Hooligan with Tim Armstrong from Rancid with some of his coffee. It's just pretty cool. So yeah, he comes from the hardcore punk rock world and everything's DIY. And
So cool.
but yeah, that's how you can go ahead and get your hands on some Oak and Crow coffee, just like we've got here tonight. Now, not only that is one way to help us out, but you can also help us out by hosting us on Twitch, telling your friends about us, etc., etc. If you leave 5-star review shout outs on iTunes with some text, we will shout you out at the beginning of our show. Now, I don't think that we have any 5-star reviews. I didn't see new ones, so
I didn't look. So,
saving them up first. But
mhm.
we do have some new Discordians. Bender, could you please take it away?
Oh, sure, sure. Okay, so we would like to say a big hi there and hello to Jack Flash '07. Also, Weepy Saucer 9404 and Prim Slim Shady, the
That's such a
real
clever
Slim
name.
Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Prim Slim Shady please stand up? Ninja Hobo as well. And I actually got that one this time. Normally I bork it.
in one,
Yeah.
in one in J4 score.
Yeah. Ghost 7 as well also magically appeared in the Discord. And we have a new bot who we would like to welcome, who is hard at work over in our peer support channel because he is the mental health resource bot. So if you are thinking that you would like to look for some more quick and fast ways to get resources on mental health, you can head on over to the peer support channel and just type in, or MH exclamation mark panic, and then he'll or they will provide you a bunch of different resources for how to manage panic attacks, or anything like that. So and then, of course, peer support channel is always there. We're always in there mucking about, talking about our lives. Yeah.
And that's certainly important to have. I mean, someone who personally deals with, mental health issues, we often feel alone or that we can't turn to anyone. It's part of the trick that our brain likes to do. So this way you can have something to turn to if you don't
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
So,
If you type in MH exclamation mark breathe, you get a nice GIF in the thing that's like inhale, exhale.
it is important to take care of yourself in these trying times. It certainly is.
Yes.
And we are certainly going to take care of you this evening by delivering you some wonderful news, a game science segment, a game stock segment, and some gameplay. But without further ado, how can people
wait,
get
wait
into
a
the
minute.
Discord?
Yeah, I wanted to cut you off, but then I was like, that's not very Canadian. If you would like to join our Discord, all you need to do is scroll down right below if you're listening live. The Discord link is right there, and it'll just whoosh you right in. There's we don't do any credit checks or anything. You're just instantly in the lobby, which, well, I mean, shall we talk about the lobby, Shaline?
Yeah, what is going
Yes,
on with
there
this
were
lobby
good
right
times today. There were good times.
now? Kind of walked in
It's
and was like,
Vendor's fault. I blame Vendor.
okay.
It's
So
my fault.
so Vendor decided that he noticed a resemblance between a certain Tim Twig and one Commander Riker.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course of the Star Trek universe, and it fits. Tim is absolutely the Commander Riker of our community. There's definitely some big Riker energy there, and I thought that was funny, and I started wondering like who would be who in the Star Trek universe. So we started casting people as members of Star Trek, and it was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun.
Rick, of course, is one James T. Kirk. Plainly, it really fits.
Yes, I do believe
love
that
how-
I have eaten the Kobayashi Maru.
I love how Captain Bones was like, I'm probably more like a quark.
It was cute.
Q is plainly Joshy Neurotic. It's obvious.
Okay.
Yeah, to me that was simple.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And who's Data? Like, because Vendor's a good contender, but I don't know if
No. Joseph Tao is Data.
Joseph Tao is definitely Data.
Yes.
Joseph Tao is Data.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Vendor is the hologram doctor from Voyager.
Yeah. I'm always
It's-
so
Oh, I
upset
don't
that
know.
nobody turned me off.
Hologram.
I'm always so disgusted with people.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
that's
always
perfect. Yes.
Overworked and cynical. Yeah.
I'm mad that I have to uninstall my master chess program.
I don't think I've ever seen Voyager. So we're not staying strictly within the originals,
Perfect.
the TSNG?
No. We're going through the entire Star Trek universe.
Oh, okay. Well, then who would Archon be?
Archon is Geordie LaForge.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right? It fits.
Every time you say one, you're like, who's Worf then?
I did not find a Worf yet. I'm not certain who Worf was. I was sort of leaning towards Captain Bones as Worf, but then he claimed McCoy, and McCoy fits as well. So I'm not sure who our Worf is going to be.
Who's Captain Picard?
Yeah.
I don't think we have a Picard. I don't think there's a Picard
yet.
among us.
Well, hopefully that will come out in the lobby pretty soon here.
It'll be wild card, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm Guinan, if anyone was wondering. Yes. Guinan. Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hanging out in the bar, wearing cool hats, dispensing advice.
Yep.
Oh my God, you know who Dave is? Dave is Neelix.
Yes! Dave is Neelix.
He's totally Neelix. Oh, I love it.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
I mean, not by physical resemblance, but mannerisms. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're not using physical resemblance. We're using personalities.
Ah, Voyager's the best one.
It's so good. Let me scroll up.
Janeway is the only way, Rick. Come on. Anyways, we're not even doing a show now. It's like
wait. Gerfuffle is Wesley Crusher.
What did he have to say about
it.
that? Did he say anything about it?
No, he didn't answer. And I've
Wonderful.
cast Wookiee Monster as 7 of 9 because no one in our Discord is more fabulous.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. What about Luoxana Troy?
That's 4 Mile.
Ah,
100% 4 Mile.
Oh my god.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
we've just entered a new universe here.
Speaking of the Troys,
What about
Alex
crewman number
is gonna be
6?
Deanna Troy. she's gonna be Deanna Troy.
Who is?
Alex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Totally
I like
fits.
how Jess was like she had posted a picture of herself in uniform.
Yes.
I'm like, that's brilliant. Yeah.
So good. And she casted herself as Dax, which I feel seems appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
That was good times. I really enjoyed that. If you would like me to assign you your own Starfleet officer, let me know, and we'll get right on that.
all right. Well, guess what, guys? This just did. Yes, it is that time of the month again, and no, I'm not talking about when your bills come in. I'm talking about the new releases for. It's going to be May. Yes, you couldn't get through one podcast without one of those stupid memes. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. It's not a short list. Well, it's not a long list either. So I guess it's a standard size list. On May 4th, not only will the 4th be with you, but you can expect Sayuri, the beginning on PC.
Say Sari.
Also on May 4th.
We can't even get through the first one, Shaline.
The Colonists on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. And then on May 7th, you get Resident Evil Village, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC. On that note, Resident Evil 4 Remake is coming, and it's going to be in VR only.
Ooh.
It's a Quest 2 exclusive.
Rick, I feel like you missed the boat on that last one. The Colonists?
Yeah, Colonists?
Yeah.
Darn it.
The Colonists.
Oh, that'd be a great little indie game.
It was the only time in which the word colon was actually ever used in a game title other than a colon.
Well, somebody should make a game.
It's like an eclipse. You'll never see it again.
Somebody should make an indie game called The Colonists, where the magic school bus breaks down in the colon, and then they have to survive.
It comes out as like air.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then on, let's see here, May 10th, we have Hood, Outlaws and Legends, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Also on May 13th, you have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Wrath of the Druids DLC. Funny. Look Druish. Anyway, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, Stadia, and PC. And that is coming out along with Monster Harvest on PC. Now, Shaline, have you done any more than 4 hours on Valhalla?
Oh no. Yeah, I probably about 4 hours.
She's like, don't be silly.
Great 4 hours.
It was a pretty good 4 hours. I felt like a Viking. It's a really great Viking game. I'm not sure it's going to be much of an Assassin's Creed game.
Haven't been.
I haven't felt like an assassin in a long time playing these games. You know, it's fun being a pirate, and it's fun being a Viking, a strong Viking lady kicking in the door. I like it, but I miss Assassin's Creed games feeling assassiny.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, so that's that. Okay, May 14th we get Before We Leave on PC. Also on May 14th, we are going to get Famicom Detective Club: The Girl Who Stands Behind on the Switch. Great. And then Famicom Detective Club: The Missing Heir. Check your Also on May 14th, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. And I do believe, if the rumors are correct, that it will be free to play for those with the EA Pass as well as Xbox Game Pass, whatever the higher tier of that is that includes the EA.
Ultimate.
Which also on May 14th, you get Subnautica for the Switch, and then Subnautica: Below Zero, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, Switch, and PC. There's a lot coming out on May 14th. On May 18th, we get Days Gone for the PC. Now, you played that on PlayStation, didn't you, Shaline?
I played about 12 hours of Days Gone
Oh.
on PlayStation.
And?
It was real good. I liked it a lot. Really liked it. Yeah. I'd like to play some more. I need to go back to it. Yeah.
SnowRunner is also coming out on May 18th on the Switch. On May 19th, you get Ariel_Knights Never Yield on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, Switch, and PC. And then on May 20th, you get Akiba's Trip: Hellbound and Debriefed, PlayStation 4 and Switch. On May 20th as well, Rune Factory 5 on the Switch. Coming over to May 21st, you get Knockout City on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, as well as Miitopia on the Switch. They're going back to the old Me thing, I guess. Oh, remember the Me? Remember the Weenies?
Yes. The Wii Me's.
Nope.
I remember them well.
Yeah. On May 21st, you get Rust on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. That's interesting. On May 25th, you get Biomutant for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Also on May 25th, you get King of Seas on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Maneater on Switch.
She's a man-eater.
Oh, I need to go back to that game. That game is so much fun.
Maneater?
That's the shark one, right?
Yeah, you're a shark and you go around and you chomp everything and it's glorious. And there's like little games that you got to do and puzzles and stuff. Got to eat all the humans. It's wonderful.
Okay, and the last one on May 25th is going to be Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remixed. PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. Jeez, it looks like they couldn't get enough of that particular one. On May 27th, you get Earth Defense Force: World Brothers, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC.
You can't not say it like that.
No, you can't.
You have to.
There's so much going on there.
Earth Defense Force.
Also, on May 27th, you get Oddworld: Collection. What do you do? Oh, you see, I collect colons. That's
too far. Just too far.
Hamburgers.
Too far, Rick.
I've never been good at Peter Lorre. I've tried so hard to get Peter Lorre, but I just can't get it.
Rick.
Yeah, that one. I can't do it.
Is he the only colon you don't have in your collection?
Yeah. The Idolmaster: Starlit Season, PlayStation 4 and PC, also on May 27th.
You know what just popped into my head? Calling me. Calling me. Sorry. Anyways, wait, what is that mug?
It's a Quaggan. It's from Guild Wars.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh yeah, Quaggans are adorable. Yeah, like Eevee has like a little stuffed Quaggan.
Oh, that's cute.
World's End Club comes out on the Switch on May 28th, and that is the new releases for next month. I'm most looking forward to be honest, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. You know, real quick, speaking of Resident Evil: The Village, there's a lot of thirst going on for this tall vampire lady.
Yes.
I'm not feeling parched with this one. I don't get it.
Well, she doesn't seem like your type.
Yeah, I don't understand what everyone's on about with this particular.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't get it.
I'm kind of a fan. I feel like tall vampire lady is goals.
Oh sure, like I mean
hashtag feminism.
I mean, tall vampire lady's awesome. I think she's going to be a great antagonist. I love the way when she comes through the doorway, she tips her hat as she comes through. I love the elegance in it, but I don't.
She's very fancy.
Yes,
I kind of want to. I'm kind of considering doing a Lady Dimitrescu cosplay for one of our streams. I'm thinking about it. Cosplay.
She has like crazy claws,
I actually, I have most of what I would need already in the closet.
Even the big floppy hat.
Yes. Are you really surprised to learn that I have?
No. I just mean that like people are like, what's your shoe size? And and they go crazy. I don't understand that. Like, it's that's what I don't get. I don't get the fetishism between, like, it's just surprising.
I don't
Not
know. I don't
I should
know.
rephrase it. It's not that I don't get it. I get it, but I don't understand it for that particular character. If that makes sense.
I don't know, but she's
Maybe
forever changed for me. That line in The Princess Bride, when Wesley knocks out Andre the Giant, and he's like, "Dream of large women."
And I saw a comic where like it was like a cartoon comic, and the person was like, "Wait a minute, you mean she follows me around the whole time?" And then it was like the next like scene was like him laying on a chaise lounge in like underwear with roses. He's like, "I'm waiting." So I mean, we'll see. I hope. I've heard that she follows you around, which is fine. I just hope it's like not the whole game, because I hate when that's the mechanic.
I'm
Like,
sure there'll be like pauses. I'm
I
sure it'll
hope
be
so.
similar to Mr. X,
Yeah.
where sometimes they're in pursuit and sometimes not. The thing that cracked me up this week was Kotaku ran a preview, and they posted as the headline, like, "You don't want Resident Evil's tall vampire lady to stand on your face."
Or sit on your face. That was another
And
one.
and the internet was like, don't tell me what I do and don't want.
Crush your
Kotaku.
skull. Like 400 pounds.
Oh man.
It it does look more actiony, but we'll see. Anyway, Bender, I believe this next little bit is right up your alley, as far as thirst traps are concerned.
Yeah, Farm Sim 22 teaser trailer has been released. Um, uh, yeah, actually, this is really exciting news because they actually had delayed their anticipated release, which was supposed to be FS 21. Because if you recall, there is FS 15, 17, 19. So they release a new version every 2 years. Now,
Oh.
there's some speculation that this release comes a little bit later because, of course, the pandemic. The new FS22 will be built on a new engine. And the new simulator will feature built-in seasons, which is a first of the series, which apparently seasons as the DLC in FS19 was very popular, preparing for winter, blah, 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 blah. There's going to be the new engine is going to be improved to include enhancements to AI within the world and have richer worlds, as well as audio upgrades and DirectX 12 support, which is a big deal because things will run a lot smoother. This will take advantage, of course, of multi-thread optimization, texture streaming, occlusion, anti-aliasing, etc. So that's kind of a big jump. But they're actually sticking with their own engine. So they've developed their own engine for this. It's called Giants Engine 9. And there is speculation that modders will also benefit from this upgrade because they're introducing a new, more complex mod customization platform, which will allow players to better build mods for the game. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but the mods for Farm Sim are out of this world. Like, there are so many mods for Farm Sim, and they are so easy to install. You literally just add them with one click of the button.
Can you farm on Mars?
You know what? There's probably a map for that. Yeah. So yeah, it's the first full-scale entry since the late 2018 series that launched FS19. And this is the longest gap that they've had. So it is much anticipated, much waited for. and that is scheduled to release sometime in Q4, which will be probably mid to late fall.
Nice.
So yeah.
Cool. You have you been doing any of the farm sim streams lately?
I haven't been streaming at all. I've been working around the clock. So yeah.
Well, are you planning on getting it?
I don't have the bandwidth to stream.
No, I just meant, are you planning on getting the farm sim 22? I guess that's like.
It depends. Like the seasons wasn't really something that attracted me, just because I like to farm and you can't farm in the winter. So, but it would be nice to see like the autumn trees change color and stuff like that.
Can you shovel snow?
Yes. Yeah. In the seasons mod, you do have to clear snow, which as a Canadian, that is like, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 8 months of that in real life, so I'm fine.
I was sitting in the waiting room at my vaccine yesterday, and I'm looking at my phone, and I look up and I can see through the pharmacy window, through the drive-through window outside, and it is just like thick, huge, wet snow, just like. And I was like,
Gross.
and I
No.
said out loud like, "You're kidding!" And everyone in the room went, "Yeah." Like everyone's let a collective groan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the thing that would probably encourage me to get FS22 would be the new engine. So if it's like drastically different and better in terms of mechanics and physics,
Mm-hmm.
well then I'll probably get it. Yeah.
The grass clippings have physics engines built in.
Well, right now I can say that the textures for like the windrows are pretty standard. Like the pattern is very repeating. It's not very fluid. And
Windrows, like when the wind blows the grain.
no, when you cut and you leave a swath behind you.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, for baling. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
But oh, I forgot to tell Shalene's gonna love this. We got a new baler,
Oh.
and you can change the color of the wrap for the
Oh,
bales.
nice.
So I have like hot pink and like lime green.
I love that.
Yeah,
For
bales.
Easter, we had picked all pastel colors, and then the whole field looked like it was filled with mini eggs. Yeah,
You guys want to hear a dumb
best
story?
mod ever.
Of
Best
course,
mod
you want to hear
ever.
a dumb story.
So this one time, it was during my college days, and a group of my friends loaded up into a car. And when I say friends, I mean my friends and one girl that I really didn't like. Uh, and we were going to El Paso. I don't remember why, but we
West
were going to
Texas
El
town of
Paso, the West Texas town of El Paso, where I fell in love with a Mexican girl. So we were driving to El Paso. And this girl that I don't like, we're driving through some countryside, like some open countryside. There's agriculture happening, and somebody had just baled hay. Right? They had baled hay. The hay was baled, and this girl says, "I didn't know hay grew in squares." And I died a little inside.
Yes, it does.
You want to know? She was her major was
Oh, Lord.
Political science.
microbiology.
Really
Microbiology.
fascinating. You left her in El Paso, right?
She
I
left
wish
her
we
in the
could have.
agriculture.
I wish we could have. I did not like that girl. She was very, very she was very poorly behaved. I did not enjoy her behavior.
Oh, I would think
Those are the kind of people you just want to like hit with a wet mop. You know, just like right across the face.
so. I
Yeah.
can hear that sound in my head, just like sticks wrapped around.
Yeah, she was not someone who thought that service people were humans too. So
You know who else doesn't think that people are humans? Big companies like PlayStation, and I'll get to why I think that. According to BG 24/7, the the PS Store access for PS3 and Vita will actually continue after all. Ooh.
Yay!
Um,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So Sony came out and said, upon further reflection, however, it's clear that, or it says, recently we notified the players that the PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita devices was planned at summer. Upon further reflection, however, it's clear that we made the wrong decision here. So today I'm happy to say that we'll be keeping PlayStation Store operational for PlayStation 3 and PS Vita devices. Now, see, the reason I think that this kind of irks me a little is like, one, they didn't bother to think of the players when they were going to shut this down anyway. And two, when they came out and said, upon further reflection, it's clear that we made the. They didn't say, like, you know what, we heard you guys. We acknowledge that you guys really
Well,
want it, and we're going to keep it up.
I feel like that definitely translates as, "Dang, y'all mad."
Yeah, well, they should at least acknowledge the people like helped influence the decision. They're still like on this platform of like, you know what, we decided to keep it going, and it's like,
statement was
In our
definitely
benevolence.
definitely written by somebody in finance.
Excuse me.
But you're not well, okay, somebody in HR. Wait, that's also you. Ah. Yeah, but Shaline, you're not meant for that mold.
Oh, so apparently though they did actually acknowledge.
This is me digging myself into a deeper hole. Everything that comes out.
They did acknowledge the people. They said we initially came out with the decision to end purchasing for PlayStation 3 and PS Vita, and they try to say that they were right in the sense that they're like, that way we could put more focus on, take our resources and put it on newer devices where a majority of our gamers are playing on. And then they say, we see now many of you are incredibly passionate about being able to continue purchasing classic games on PlayStation 3 and PS Vita. So, like, they're like, we were going to make cooler stuff, but we see, like, there's, like, a few of you. Like, it's just.
Who want to hold us all back?
It's always the 1%. The world goes as fast as the.
So, at least they're keeping it up for people who are very into, playing some of those older games. So
really, I think the thing most people were concerned about is basically preservation of games that are only available digitally on those storefronts.
Yeah.
So
there's a big question now about video game archiving in a digital world.
Exactly.
There's a huge conversation. Like, how do you do it?
We need, like, you know how we have like the seed vault,
yes.
and like in Svalbard. We need also the video game vault in Svalbard next to the seed vault. So, when the world implodes, it's okay because we got seeds and video games still. It's going to be fine.
What else do we need?
So, like, when we're done planting the seeds, we can go relax by playing the video games.
Well, yeah.
Dang it. There we go.
Yeah, it's fire up some Stardew Valley. It's good.
You know who's some good
Meanwhile, our real crops that we're depending on for our life, just they wither and die.
But you know who's some good guys? Discord, actually. Good guys, Discord. They've ended acquisition talks with Microsoft, and there was much rejoicing.
Remember how mad we were about this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did say that they weren't going to sell. Microsoft, I think, was the one that was proposing the talks, and then Discord was like, "All right, we'll hear you out," and then.
Yeah, but even just to put this message out there is enough to throw paraffin on the flame. Like, people are like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Like,
I really enjoyed Vender's joke the day that we found that out. Do you remember that joke, Vender? He said, "I'm not sure if Microsoft knows that talks have ended, or if they just think that Skype failed."
Yeah,
right. It's classic.
Yeah, I have this wound because of Skype. It will forever be there. It's like a spot on my lung.
Skype is the worst. Isn't it horrible?
It's horrible.
Anybody who's had to sit through an awkward 10 or 15 or even 30 minutes of a meeting with other people because that one dude can't connect because of Skype, and you have to like try to make small talk.
Yeah.
I just show up 30 minutes late. It's fine. They're still trying to figure it out by that time.
We used to have to record podcasts on that nonsense.
So I know.
Yeah, so bad. So yeah, Discord's going to be around for the foreseeable future, as Discord is. And yeah, if it goes public, it's probably worth getting a couple shares.
Yep.
The this next bit of news, Shaline, I picked just for you. Did you know that
Oh,
you can now buy a Animal Crossing collector's box exclusively at Best Buy for $49.99?
I didn't. What's in there?
She's already pre-ordering 5 of them.
It's $50, but you'll get a lot of stuff. You'll get coasters, a glass, a mold for ice cubes, and you'll be able to fix yourself a great
Oh, look at
Animal
the
Crossing themed
socks.
drink.
Look at the
You get a
little
cap,
journal.
socks, yeah,
Oh,
and it
this is
comes with a Bluetooth
cute.
mini speaker.
Ah, that's cute too. It looks like something that would be in one of their little Animal Crossing houses.
Yeah, and a journal.
Tommy glasses. Oh, this is so cute.
So it's available for
Oh,
pre-order right now.
okay.
And yeah, I
Excuse
think
me.
you didn't know about this?
No.
I'm really happy. I did that segment thinking that you were going to be like, oh, like play along, like, oh, what? And then not have me, and then be like, I've pre-ordered all of them.
And
So,
naturally, it is not available for pre-order in Canada. So,
well, it's because you're in the wrong
Ooh.
country, vendor.
apologize, Canadians. Holy
This is
man,
really cute too. They also have an Animal Crossing bell bag.
the iMac has gotten so thin. It's basically just a tablet now.
Expensive.
Well, yeah, that's because it's better. It's not
Okay.
Windows.
So yeah, there you go. Hey, good
Huh.
news, everybody.
Check out.
Oh,
Are you doing it right now? You're buying.
Maybe.
of course she is. She's buying a backup while she's buying the original.
Okay.
Hey, next May is my birthday month. I deserve
is it?
nice things.
How old will you be?
Old.
Oh.
Old.
I'm only 3.5 years old.
Get my
I'm gonna be so old.
All right, so some more good news, everybody. Free-to-play games on Xbox no longer require live gold subscription.
Oh.
Go. And this is on the heels of their new game that they put out, their World War II shooter to rival, I guess, Battlefield 5. Enlisted is free to play in open beta, and also now you don't have to have Xbox Live Gold subscription to play. So there you go.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, awesome.
Cool.
And that's
All right.
it for the news.
I'm so happy. That was a really cute gift box. Thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't do anything. I didn't buy it for you.
Wait, what? I can't even see
Or
the gift
did
box.
you?
I can't even see the gift box because it
What?
reroutes me to Canada.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I can. Oh, that's cute.
Can you change the URL from
Look at all
ca to
this
.com?
stuff. I particularly like the socks.
Aren't the socks amazing? And the little journal and the Timmy and Tommy glasses.
The ice cube tray, or alternatively, you can make cannabis gummies with that. I mean, what? Actually, those are pretty big gummies.
The hat, though, when I looked at the hat, I was like, somebody's going to think that's like a stoner inside joke, the way that Tom Nook looks on it with his lazy eye.
Just very like melty face. Yeah. Great.
Hey, guys, guess what time it is?
What time is that?
GameStop time.
You're supposed to fade it out.
Oh, I didn't know this. Okay. So.
Oh, man.
So Vendor, what
No.
What?
Because I got to do the next segment. I don't want to do this one.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
I'm using my veto.
Of closing on 4 p.m. April 23rd, 2021. We are reporting the stocks in US dollars. The plus minus spread is since our last episode 2 weeks ago. We are seeing some positive trends by and large with a couple of big losses. Sony is up $1 at 109.94. Microsoft has gained almost $4 and it is sitting at 261.15. Nintendo is up 26 cents at 72.14. $2.45. Take Two, on the other hand, has had a $2.19 drop, closing at $176.19. Activision also down just a bit, 68 cents to $93.02. Ubisoft is at $15.59, up 13 cents. EA is up $1.88 to $143.14, and Tencent is up nearly $1 to $81.80. GameStop has dropped $12 to $158.36.
That's incorrect. That's incorrect because I forgot to do that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's on the next page. It's at what GameStop closed at 151.18 today. A 1 cent increase.
Okay. Thank you.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
You did that so well. We should almost have a weather segment.
I would love to be a
and
weather
we're gonna
girl.
get a cold front coming in.
So good. Oh man,
You make a great weather
I did a
girl.
lot of journalism class, so it's from the TV segment.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's wonderful. Dee.
Anyway, we have some game science. Oh,
Yes.
We still don't have this. We don't have a bumper for that.
That's
Okay,
the game science
I guess
segment.
We do. I was wrong.
Yeah. Actually, so Rick, you know how you were talking about virtual reality and like VR and you're probably going to talk about it in your gameplay today?
I am.
Maybe. So I thought I would talk about VR in the game science segment. So I found this new study just published this week, and it's out of the Taipei Medical University in Taiwan from the School of Gerontology Health Management in the College of Nursing. And this research team from Taiwan looked at VR exergames. Do you guys know what exergames are?
No.
Exergames are the games where there's a tracking device and you wear the headset. So it like measures your movement.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I guess. I had to look it up too because I didn't know what it was. But anyways, they wanted to look at VR exergames as a measure for physical activity for people who were 60 years or older. And so basically what they did was they looked at all of the studies that they could find across multiple databases of scientific journals, and they sort of amalgamated everything together. And after evaluating thousands and thousands of articles, they found 18 randomized controlled trials or studies that were selected for analysis. And basically what they did was they wanted to look at VR exergames or people who engaged in active video games, including commercial game systems like Nintendo Wii or Xbox Kinect, and then other self-developed VR games that were involved in exercise like biking, dancing, kayaking, paddling, or boxing. And then they also had no restriction of the immersion levels of the VR environment displayed by the devices, like television, a screen, a head-mounted display, or a three-dimensional projector. They also included studies that looked at primary outcomes for depressive and cognitive mental health issues, and functions of memory, attention, and executive function, which is like decision making. So basically, what they found was that the most interesting finding was that the analysis showed that commercial VR game systems actually had more of a larger effect on depressive symptoms and outcomes than exergames with VR
Mm.
devices. Which is unsurprising. But commercial VR game systems such as Nintendo Switch and the Xbox Kinect are, as we know, really popular, entertaining and interactive devices for families and things like that. But extra games with VR devices are developed by research teams and are not specifically designed for commercial use. Um, so, these are more used for like physical therapy and things like that. But traditional exercise with VR devices can lack a lot of entertainment and fun because there is no real gamification in it, right? It's just exercising. So, it was a really interesting study. The results suggested that future VR games, if conducted or used for periods of at least 6 weeks, could show longer, greater efficiency against depressive symptoms. And furthermore, their results showed that they didn't find any significant difference between different types of populations that they looked at. So this included, Caucasian versus Asian versus Black and Hispanic and Indigenous subgroups. So they what they recommended from this study was that older adults should really consider playing VR exer games with their families and friends as regular physical activity in safe surroundings, and that it's a enjoyable approach to engage in physical activity without having to go out to sport facilities. And one of the interesting things about gyms specifically, as I can say anecdotally, is that elderly people are less likely to go to a gym.
Yes.
Um, and also, those who do go, they are more likely to injure themselves, and that can be quite dangerous. So, this could be a good alternative, and it could be a nice tool to have in, say, long-term care facilities as well. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
That's really interesting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
neat.
I totally see the benefits of VR gaming.
Mhm. I think that there's huge potential for mental health therapy with virtual reality. And I myself have considered purchasing a VR headset just for the purpose of therapy as a form of relaxation. Like I could
It's far worth it.
if I could put a headset on and just be on the beach, I would never use a headset. I would never use a VR headset for anything else. I'd be on the beach all the time. Anyways, yeah, I thought I'd share that study with you.
Yeah, that's really good.
Hmm.
It's perfect because VR is something that I've really dug into in the last couple of weeks.
Tell us all about it.
So I played a little bit of Alex on the stream, as you know, but I really started to try to figure out what was wrong with the headset because I use the mixed reality, which most VR headsets have like cameras or sensors that you put around the room, and you need like a bigger space. With the mixed reality, lets you have a smaller space to do it, and the sensors are on the head visor, but lighting can cause issues, and it's not as accurate. Um, and so like there's drawbacks and stuff. It's like super cheap too. It's only like $2.99, I think. It's not too expensive. Anyway, but I wanted to try this game called Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades H3VR. And what really kind of did this for me was there's a YouTube channel called Hickok45, and he's this old dude in Tennessee that just has a gun range, and he's old and funny, and one of his classic jokes is "Let's smoke some pot," and they'll shoot clay pots with like guns and stuff. And they have his shooting range in this game, and also the other game function that it does, the mini game that's super fun, is one where you have to walk around like a app and secure points. Like when you go to a node, you touch it with your hand, and like bunkers pop up, and you have to defend it against hot dogs. that shoot back at you, and they say funny things. Like one of them says something like, "John calls me a meat missile one more time." But they say little puns and they're silly, and it's so freaking hard to survive against freaking hot dogs, man. Um, what's really fun about this game,
Who would have thought?
I know, right? Reminds me of that GIF where like that chick gets all these hot dogs thrown on her face. Anyway, so what's really fun with that game is there's over 400 weapons in the game. They're all correct in the sense of how they function and fire, with the reloading and stuff like that. And then there's like hundreds of attachments that you can put on them. So you can put like red dots and scopes and all this other stuff. And I cannot tell you how many times I have died because like I'm in the middle of a fight and I'm trying to crouch behind something and there's hot dogs coming in and I put the clip in my gun, I put the magazine in the gun, and I rack the slide back. Or if it's like a pistol, I'll hit the slide thing and I'll go to fire, and they're like click click, and I'm like, why won't it fire? By the time I figured out I'm dead, and it's because I accidentally switched the safety on, so like forgetting to turn the safety off, so that kills me. One time I put a magazine in an AK and went to fire and nothing happened and I died and I realized I hadn't racked the round fully in. Another time I load the gun, I'm going to fire, I fire once and then nothing, and I move the gun to look, and the magazine had fallen out somehow. I was like, ugh, and then I died. And so, like, I die by, like, just stupid things, you know. But it's crazy, because, like, to reload bolt actions, you have to, like, hit a button and, like, move your hand to rack the round in, and like, you get a sense of, like, gosh, there was a dude in World War II trying to, like, rack rounds when guys with fully automatics were coming in. He's like, you know, um, it's just it's such a crazy experience, like trying to fiddle with guns and
So
reload and do things.
when you shoot the hot dogs, do they bleed mustard?
They do. I do want to stream this game so bad for you guys, but the problem is because the
Oh
controllers
man.
don't work so well. Sometimes my hand looks like I'm like when I go to shoot, it looks like I'm an old dude trying to pour a scotch, like just trying to aim this gun, and it's just the controller and the lighting sometimes don't play. And then every once in a while, I'll turn or I'll walk, and the like controller will get stuck, and it'll like have me run out of cover. So there's some issues I have to work out. I have to like set a dead zone and Steam and stuff. But it is so much fun to just fiddle and play around. And what's really fun too is going to the shooting range and just playing with all these guns that like I'll never ever get to play with or shoot in. Play's not the right word, but like I'll never get to experience in real life and how to reload them. And they're just like, and it's just cool just to fiddle with like to figure out everything. Like the guns you see in movies all the time, like a MP5, slap the thing and you can actually like do the. It's just super fun how much interactivity they've put into this particular game as far as how to interact with the firearms. I played that and Alex. I'm farther now in my personal game than we are, Shaline and Alex.
Okay, we need to pick that up again. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, we will. And I'm getting used to now. See, that game has been optimized for VR, and it's head by, and the smoothness, the function in that game is so much better than H3 VR, which is an indie game. But Alex is so much fun with like the comedy. Russell is great. I found a new gun.
I really enjoy Russell. He's funny.
I found a new gun. That's been a lot of fun to play that game. And so I played last weekend. I played VR so much.
Oh no.
And then mode, like push mode. That on Sunday night, my left leg started cramping up so bad that Monday morning I had to leave to my car from standing all weekend and like crouching and holding. Like it was so funny. And like
that's what you get.
I probably played like 14 hours of VR that weekend. Like
ridiculous.
I could not stop playing it. It was so much fun. And I don't get sick.
Hollow addiction won't be a problem, will it? No, not at all.
I have to get another setup because I want to get a better setup to play it. It's so much fun. I stopped smacking my lamp, but I have smacked my desk every once in a while, throwing grenades. Um,
I'm still waiting for VR to be developed a little bit further.
it's getting close, man. I mean,
And
when you,
I still want to see the data around eye health and long-term
yeah,
use of VR.
yeah.
But
I always like those memes where it's like when you're a child, don't sit so close to the TV, and then now it's like, put the
yeah,
headset.
yeah, exactly.
TV's on her face. It can't be good for eyeballs. I mean, I definitely can't see it being healthy for long term gaming. Um, I
Let's see
honestly,
what PubMed has to say about it.
yeah, it's oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I also played a new game, new to me, Titanfall 2. It's like a cross between Destiny 2 and Halo,
Yeah.
and the combat is so good, and the running and jumping and wall riding. Like you're playing this game, and you keep thinking like, why didn't this take off? Like it works. It's perfect. There's giant. I have a fetish for giant robots that fight. I mean, it just it's
So
so.
if Lady Dimitrescu turns out to be a robot,
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Um, so BT um, is your Titan in the game, and you develop like a relationship with him because he has like a VI AI personality. Um, it's so much fun to play. I mean, it's if you have EA Play, go play it. It's free to download. It's a short campaign. So much fun. It's so good. Um, gosh, I wish they would make another Titanfall because I would get it right away. I haven't tried the multiplayer though, but I really like the premise of the multiplayer because the multiplayer is actually like the pilots are who pilot the Titans and they're supposed to be better, quote unquote, than the standard soldiers. So when you play PvP, it's not everybody's a pilot. There's actually 5 pilots per team, and the rest are filled out with AI soldiers. So there's only 5 other other players. So it feels like, oh, when you encounter another player, you're encountering an elite soldier. Um, and I really like that premise, especially because like not everybody's all running everywhere. But that game is a lot of fun. The campaign is really fun. Another game that I just started today is actually Jedi Fallen Order on the PC. And boy, howdy,
Oh.
the controls are not optimized for PC. That's for sure.
no, they are
Oh my
not.
lord,
They even put a warning in the
they do.
beginning like, hey, you might want to get a controller for this.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, I got this, and they're like, okay,
That's
fine
a
then.
band-aid if ever I heard one. Hey.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I was like, nah, I got this, and they're like, fine, Z is dodge. Good luck hitting that while running, mother effer. And yeah, they're right. You cannot do Z and dodge. So I've been like remapping the buttons and stuff because it's just not it's not meant for PC gaming. But
Mm,
it
mm.
it's smoother than my Xbox plays it.
It looks gorgeous on
It
PC, doesn't
does.
it?
Yeah, it does. It really does. That's why I wanted to play it on PC because the Xbox One cannot handle. I was in a boss fight and the frame rate is dipping down to
Hmm.
like 10, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do a game where it's like Dark Souls parrying when I can't tell what the
The
guy's
Series
doing.
X runs it really well.
Well, yeah, I don't have that. I have the
Hmm.
Standard
I
Xbox.
know. I'm mentioning it for the listeners.
Oh, okay. It is a fun game, and not BB-8.
BD1,
Yeah, BD-1 is awesome, little robot.
I love him.
But yeah, that's been my gameplay. What about you, Mr. Ender?
I haven't really played anything all that much. I've just been on the phone with COVID cases forever. So, yeah. What about you, Shaline?
I've played a few video games. I really enjoyed Cherry Blossom and Young Spring Bamboo Season in Animal Crossing. I've redecorated my living room with lovely green bamboo furniture. It's delightful. It's lovely. Um, so yeah, still living my best Animal Crossing life. Played the occasional bit of Fallout 76. I have been running my Raider daily quests for Raider reputation, and last night I finally maxed it out.
You did?
I did. I've been working on that for so
Yeah,
long.
you were.
It feels like ages, but I finally finished it, and I immediately spent all of my bullion on whatever the robot guy was selling, just in case. So that's over and done with, and I have completed. I've beaten the game. I feel like I have triumphed, and now I can move on to another achievement in my achievement quest for Fallout 76 on PC. I've actually, okay, don't laugh at me, Rick. Okay, don't laugh. I've been stop, Rick, stop. Okay, I've been playing a ton of Candy Crush.
Okay.
And it's very relaxing. I forgot how much. Shut up, Binder. Shut up.
No, what was that one? What's that other mobile game that's similar to Candy Crush that's not Best Fiends? Man, I played that for weeks.
When you were like the other day when you were like, I got home and I was so tired and I woke up and apparently I was playing Candy Crush, I had like this like vision in my head of like a drug addict who like does a line of coke and then passes out and there's like coke smeared everywhere.
Yes. I woke up on the couch with my iPad beside me and it was open to Candy Crush.
It's like, thank you for your purchase of like 15,000 special things. And you're like, what?
No!
Your thumb was accidentally on the.
I fell asleep another day playing Candy Crush on the couch, and the iPad hit me in the face. It hurt a lot.
Oh, that hurts.
iPads are heavy,
yeah,
as it so happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been playing a ton of Candy Crush, and I really enjoy Match 3 mobile games, really enjoy them. And I've been taking a lot of special pleasure in just wrecking the scores of everyone on my friend's leaderboard. Like, it's not good enough for me to beat the score. I need to be like 7 times what the
Joseph
score
Tao.
of the number 2 person has. And I've really enjoyed just wrecking people's scores on the leaderboard. So that's been fun times. Puyo Puyo Tetris is still really fun. They've introduced a new mechanic. I've been playing that a couple chapters a week. They introduced a new mechanic now where it switches you back between playing Tetris and Puyo Puyo. So you'll be playing Tetris, and as a block is falling, it's like, nope, you're done. And it switches you over to a game of Puyo Puyo, which is basically Dr. Mario. And so you're playing Puyo Puyo, and you're like, okay, you're in the Puyo Puyo zone. And it's like, nope. Remember that Tetris game? Switches you back and you have to pick up mid block drop in this Tetris game. It's very frenetic. It's really, really fun. And the silly anime visual novel is just ridiculous. And I enjoy that as well. And I also started up a new game of Undertale, which is why I'm in Toriel's living room here, for those of you watching the video version. I played Undertale when it launched, which has been several years now, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really understand the game, and I struggled a bit, but I was still fascinated by the world. And I thought it would be a really fun time to, oh, that's right. I didn't notice that.
Didn't either.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Because we failed. That's why.
I mean, that sounds like
It's
a
fine.
you guys problem.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so for the audio folk, hello RTZ. For the audio folk, on the video version, Rick and my own video panels are in the wrong order. So I am.
And you're lucky it's just that.
Rick,
we were gonna do the
so.
whole other show in Gamestack version. I don't know.
So yeah, I started up a new version of Undertale, and last time I didn't really understand that fighting was optional. And you guys know I like doing peaceful runs of video games. So I did a lot of fighting. I murdered a lot of creatures in my first run through of Undertale. And now knowing that I didn't have to do that, I am really enjoying trying to befriend the creatures instead.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about that last show where I was like, I didn't realize you didn't have to kill anyone and no Russian.
Yes.
Do you know about this? So we last episode we were talking about 6 Days of Fallujah and how people don't want that game to come out because it's violent or something. And I was joking and said, but yeah, Call of Duty 4 had the level called No Russian where the entire premise is you go into an airport with like fully automatic weapons and just open up on everybody in the airport.
Civilians.
It's to frame.
It's a terrorist act.
It's a terrorist act to like you're trying to catch the terrorist and be a part of his organization. Anyway, I had been playing that since like Call of Duty 4 came out however many years ago. And I had no idea you never have to pull the trigger in that level until you get to the end and you're fighting.
So you were just slaughtering everyone?
Yeah, every time I'm like, I guess I got to do it. And then it didn't even occur to me that I didn't have to pull the trigger. I was like, what does that say about me?
I'm gonna bite my tongue on that one.
Oh yes. Well, I did monster genocide in my first run through of Undertale, and that was not the intent. So now that I know that I don't have to kill, I'm really enjoying trying to be peaceful. I'm very bad though at the you do have to. It is turn-based combat, so even though I'm not choosing to fight, I still have to withstand the other party's attack. So I'm trying to dodge. It's like it puts a little bullet hell into a little square, and you're 1 pixel, and you have to dodge all of the bullet pixels. And I'm really bad at it, like abysmally bad, atrociously bad, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna get through this. So I've done some running away, and that seems to help. But I'm really enjoying Undertale. It's a charming little game. I think I like Deltarune more, but still quite enjoying Undertale. So, we finished the medium.
Oh god.
Oh.
We did. We finished the medium.
And?
That was sure a video game.
Yeah, it was. It was a great start, abysmal middle, and a great end. But the ending was like one of those like cliffhanger endings where you're like,
it was a roller coaster.
You just want the conclusion because the game was such a trip, and then when they don't give you the conclusion, you're like,
Yeah, they left it up to interpretation.
Really?
So one of two things could have happened, and it's a pretty big difference between those two things.
Yeah.
And then there was a post-credit scene, and we were like, "Oh, this is going to clear it up."
Oh, right.
No, that just brought on 6 or 7 new questions. So
it was like we concluded that it was like a story. I felt that the game started with a mechanic, like the split screen, 2 worlds, the upside down, and the standard world. And somebody was like, it'd be really cool to have a game like this. They're like, well, let's build a story around it. And then too many people had too many ideas as to like what the story was going to be or the metaphors behind the demons. Because like at first it was like supernatural and like you're like, oh, I can
literal demons.
Yeah, and then now it was like, oh, it's inner demons caused by childhood trauma. And then that's when the game was like, oh, this took a turn. And then the third act,
that game needs to have a trigger warning on it. I'm going to say.
Oh, really?
That game needs to have a trigger warning for child abuse.
Oh, yes, it does. And
because we did not expect that going in. We did not sign up for that.
No. And then the third act got a little bit more back towards
supernatural,
but it also felt like they kept putting elements in the game to make it longer. Like there were these moments where you had to like walk across these like tightrope beams for no reason other than just like we need to pad this section out. It was just like,
how do we make them walk slower? Cross beam.
And then
oh no.
And like the story was still fine, but you're like, this is just torture. And then you get to the end, and it's just like the cliffhanger could be one of two things, and you're like, I hate you. I will never buy.
Yes.
I'm so glad I didn't buy that game because I would have been mad. I can't like it. I can't like it because of what it did to me.
I liked more of it than I didn't like,
I do too.
but
Yes, but I can't like it.
that was sure a roller coaster.
I
It was.
can't like it out of principle.
I did
Okay.
write an ending on stream
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
for our listeners. So if you have been following the stream, never fear. We took care of you. You will get an ending.
Yes.
So
Yep. And I liked your ending actually a lot.
mhm. I was
So,
proud of it.
game. Why don't do indies?
Well, at least you got through it, right?
We did.
I don't know
That's
if we
my
got through it.
gameplay.
I don't know if we got through it unscathed, but that was.
We got through it together.
Yeah, we did. All right. So that concludes this episode of Game Stack. Join us next Friday for that Fallout show. Same stack time, same stack channel. And then Joshi Theater in the Discord for the MCU and
I think
Days.
they're on Captain America Civil War.
Also, do want to make mention again, thank you so much to our partners at oakandcrowcoffee.com. You can go there and get our signature blend of coffee. We just love coffee at oakandcrow.com. Again, when you buy a bag of our coffee, the proceeds go to Children's Miracle Network. So give that a shot. Check them out as well. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. You can email us at info@WeJustLoveGames. Ask us questions, tell us your tales as well, and we'll read it on the show. You can check us out on Twitter at WeJustLoveGames. You can tweet at Shaline L. You can tweet at me at Rick McVick and at Ventertron at Ventertron. You can find us on Facebook as well, facebook.com/WeJustLoveGames, as well as groups/WeJustLoveGames. Our Discord server is always accessible by coming to this channel here and clicking on the link below, or just messaging us on any of the social media platforms and asking for the link, and we probably not super prompt, but we will try our best. We record live here on Fridays at 6:30 Mountain, 8:30 Eastern p.m. at twitch.tv/WeJustLoveGames, or on YouTube, iTunes, and Stitcher Radio as well. Also, where other podcasts are found. Please like, subscribe, and review our show. It helps us, and we love hearing from you. Thank you so much for listening this evening. And Shaline, what's your last word?
Gamestack podcast. It fills you with determination.